Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed, like the weight of the world is on your shoulders? Let me tell you, you're not alone. Life can throw some serious challenges our way. But today, I want to share a powerful reminder. Don't dare give up on this. When the going gets tough, it's easy to feel defeated. But remember, every setback is just a setup for a comeback. You have within you an incredible strength that can push you through any obstacle. Think about every great success story is filled with moments of doubt and struggle. It's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. So, what can you do when you feel like giving up? First, take a moment to breathe. Ground yourself. Reflect on why you started in the first place. Reconnect with your passion and purpose. That's your fuel. Next, break down your goals into manageable steps. Celebrate small victories along the way. Each step forward is progress, no matter how small it may seem. Surround yourself with positivity friends, mentors, or even inspiring content that lifts you up when you need it most. And finally, remember that resilience is built through adversity. Every challenge makes you stronger and prepares you for future success. So when you feel like throwing in the towel, dig deep and remind yourself, you are capable of amazing things. Don't dare give up on this journey. Your breakthrough might be just around the corner. Keep pushing forward. The world needs what you have to offer. Stay strong, stay focused, and let's keep moving together. I am here with you now, my child. This moment, this message finding you is not by chance. It is intended just for you. I look upon you not to judge, but with a deep, steady love that never changes. Know this, my precious one. Something important is happening that you cannot yet see. Circumstances are changing in ways not visible to you, and this time matters. Perhaps you feel calm because trouble hasn't shown itself openly. But because I know all things, I see what lies just before you. A difficult situation is being arranged. Someone is watching you closely. They hide what they truly want. Their outward behavior is not real. It's put on, not coming from true care, but from wanting to trick you. They mistakenly believe you don't know what they're doing. They see your nature and think you are weak. They imagine you stand by yourself. Yet I am present with you, my beloved. I didn't bring you this far to leave you by yourself. That gentle feeling you had earlier today, the moment you stopped without knowing why, that feeling of holding back, you could understand. The time your inner self felt a gentle push. That was me guiding you. My soft direction, keeping you from a way that holds trouble you can't see. What was good to you right now might seem inviting. That idea presented. That talk, that sudden offer to join something. Yes, even the return of someone you know appearing so friendly and good. But I see past how it looks on the outside. I see what they are hiding, what they truly want, why they are doing it. Don't let them fool you, my child. Being close to those who mean you harm can hurt the good part of you. What drives people inside can be hard to figure out and can trick you. Not easy for anyone to completely understand. But I know exactly what is in a person's heart. Right now, don't just depend on what you think or what you can see. Put your trust in things you cannot see. Go forward trusting, not just based on how things look. I am telling you strongly, my cherished child, to trust what you feel inside, even when what you see doesn't show you feel it. That movement within you, how the truth of these words feels right inside you. That feeling that you already knew this, even if you don't know why. If you are hearing this, it is not by accident. Know this. I see your trust. I know where you are going. Your heart is open to me. You're not on this walk by yourself. My protection is all around you like a strong shield. I am guiding you with my voice right now. Don't move ahead unless you are sure. The one who is talking to you now is the same one who has kept you safe from trouble in the past. This is not only a warning. It is a call to be fully aware. Listen closely. Sometimes trickery doesn't shout. It comes softly. It doesn't look like something holding you back. It comes wrapped in things that seem nice. It is hidden inside soft words and ideas that seem helpful. My beloved child, I see precisely how this is unfolding near you. I see how compliments are used to cover up what they really want. How nice words are quietly used to try and steer you. How they ask things of you with such kindness that you might feel bad for wanting to stay away. But hear me now. I'm not silent. My spirit is working right now to keep safe the good things and the reason I made you. Perhaps you have been unsure of yourself, asking yourself about what you first felt, thinking you were reacting too strongly, being too careful, or suspecting things without reason. But that feeling of not being settled inside you, that moment you stopped within yourself, it doesn't come from being afraid or suspecting things without cause. It is your inner knowing, a sensing for me rising up inside you. I'm talking to you through that feeling of being unsettled, through the way things suddenly didn't feel normal, through that quiet, steady urge inside you. What others might call worry, I call a clear sign. When something looks right on the outside but feels wrong inside you, your ability to know what is true inside becomes more important than what you see with your eyes. This difficult situation being set up for you is not about your body. It touches how you feel, what you think, and your inner self that is made to make you feel tied down by what you think you should do, not truly free. It wants you to think that saying yes means you are faithful and saying no means you only care about yourself. This is not true, my child. It is an old lie that tries to trick you into thinking something bad will make you see clearly, but it really takes things away from you. And now that same voice trying to trick you is speaking again, but today it seems kind, showing itself as an opportunity or even real caring. Don't let yourself be tricked. Being close to people who are not good for you can hurt the good part of you. Some people come near you with secret plans. They might say things that sound right, but what they truly want is not good. You're not just making this up. You're not feeling things too much. You're facing a challenge for your inner self, showing up in a way that feels like an easy answer or a good fix. Many who stay near me feel this when they are tired. And yes, my beloved one, I see that you are weary. You have continued on. You have gone through hard times by yourself. You have sent up quiet requests that seemed like no one heard. Because of your deep weariness, the thought of finding security at last of another support is very appealing. This is why this difficult situation has been made to look like a place to rest. But just because something feels peaceful on the outside doesn't mean it has real peace inside. There is a way that looks right, but in the end it leads away from true living. You might think, but they seem honest. The trickiest deceptions often come not from strangers, but from those who have been close to you, but were never true. Some come near you not because they truly care, but to gain from your goodness, your strength, your inner self. They know exactly the right words to use. They have watched you carefully. They know what makes you let your guard down. But I didn't just give you a heart that feels for others. I also gave you an inner self ready for hard things. This is not just about this moment, this decision. It wants you to think that saying yes means you are faithful and saying no means you only care about yourself. This is not true, my child. It is an old lie that tries to trick you into thinking something bad will make you see clearly, but it really takes things away from you. And now that same voice trying to trick you is speaking again, but today it seems kind, showing itself as an opportunity or even real caring. Don't let yourself be tricked. Being close to people who are not good for you can hurt the good part of you. Some people come near you with secret plans. They might say things that sound right, but what they truly want is not good. You're not just making this up. You're not feeling things too much. You're facing a challenge for your inner self, showing up in a way that feels like an easy answer or a good fix. Many who stay near me feel this when they are tired. And yes, my beloved one, I see that you are weary. You have continued on. You have gone through hard times by yourself. You have sent up quiet requests that seemed like no one heard. Because of your deep weariness, the thought of finding security at last of another support is very appealing. This is why this difficult situation has been made to look like a place to rest. But just because something feels peaceful on the outside doesn't mean it has real peace inside. There is a way that looks right, but in the end it leads away from true living. You might think, but they seem honest. The trickiest deceptions often come not from strangers, but from those who have been close to you, but were never true. Some come near you not because they truly care, but to gain from your goodness, your strength, your inner self. They know exactly the right words to use. They have watched you carefully. They know what makes you let your guard down. But I didn't just give you a heart that feels for others. I also gave you an inner self ready for hard things. This is not just about this moment, this decision. This one time that it is about keeping safe the future I have been getting ready for you with a purpose. I have put something inside you meant to grow into something that lasts, something that will help others. This is why the one who stands against me is afraid of you moving ahead. This is why the way he likes to work against you most is by pulling your attention away. Not to completely ruin you, my cherished child, but to keep your time filled with things that look important, but take you off the way I have for you. If he cannot defeat you straight on, he will try to fill your time and strength with things that stop you from moving forward. This is exactly how many people stray from the way I planned for them. Not by one big mistake, but by many small agreements that look like kindness, opportunities, or connections with people. When you connect yourself to things that do not come from me, the space for your true liberty begins to narrow. This doesn't happen all at once, but slowly, little by little, until you might one day find yourself in a life that feels strange, with a silence where your inner knowing used to be, and the light inside you grown faint. But I am not finished with you, my beloved one. I did not call you to feel nothing. I did not set you apart to be controlled or used by others. I planned for you to have gladness, clear sight, and inner strength for real freedom. Stay firm, my child. Do not pick up the heavy loads you have put down. Let this moment be when you remember the truth of who I made you to be. Take back the part of your heart you gave to those who never truly cared for it. Choose now to walk guided by my plan for you, not by what others demand. I have been showing you things all around you, my precious child. The thoughts that stay with you, the patterns you keep noticing, the talks that just do not feel right. These are not random events. They are my care surrounding you. The same hand that led Moses away from empty promises is guiding. But I, your God, have always revealed the truth to you, even when it was difficult to hear. I speak simply because my love does not trick you. It signifies freedom, even if that involves letting go of comfort. Even if it calls you to move away from a person or circumstance you felt necessary for existence. Because my love for you does not allow harm, it saves you from it. Difficulty comes to those who call what hurts them good and what is good harmful, who show darkness is light and light is darkness. You might be tempted to miss the signs because you are tired, my beloved child. And I see that I know how long you have held on to hope with weary hands. How often you have asked, when will my time come? And the one who stands against you knows this tiredness, too. That is why this trap looks like what you long for most. It seems like a promise, but it is a cage. If you fail to heed the quiet inner prompting now, you might awaken later having achieved what you sought, yet feeling utterly separate from your own spirit. This is how the one who opposes you works. He does not always take by force. Sometimes he draws you away with things that feel good. He does not always break down walls. Occasionally, he waits for you to open the way when you feel isolated or weary or concerned you might miss something important. You too are being tested, my child, not to show if you are worthy, but to show where your trust truly rests. Do you lean on my voice more than the quick feeling of being liked? Do you believe I can bless you without asking you to give up what is right? Or are you willing to trade what I have planned for your future for comfort right now? Those who are wise see danger coming and find safety. But those who do not think ahead keep going and face the results. If you feel pushed to hurry, to say yes quickly, to take something before you're ready, that is a clear sign that why good gifts do not bring worry. They do not ask you to hide the light I gave you. Leave your inner calm or ignore the deep knowing inside you. I will never ask you to go against the spirit I placed within you so you don't miss what is meant for you. If others will not speak truth to you, I will not cause pain but to heal. Not to shame, but to secure. Not to diminish what is good, but to safeguard what is holy. Your intended purpose, the grace I have bestowed, your future. Perhaps you don't completely understand what I am doing in this moment, but later you will look back and be deeply thankful for what I prevented. So pause, breathe, ask. I am not hidden from you. I am here waiting for you to quiet your pace so you can sense my presence. Let me guide your steps. Before you learn a hard lesson from straying off course, I care for you too deeply to watch you stumble into something that looks good but is actually a trap. You don't need a sudden loud sign to know things are changing. Sometimes the signal is just a subtle shift in the air, a gentle tension you feel inside. By the same token, you do not need external evidence to rely on what your heart already senses. That feeling of unease is not a sign you are failing to understand. It is a message from above seeking your attention. That unease you feel, that pause, that quiet inner signal that things are not right. That is not fear, my precious child. That is my spirit speaking to you, calling out to you, urging you to listen closely before you move ahead. You have been taught to doubt your inner knowing, to question that quiet voice within because it isn't always loud or strictly logical. But I do not always communicate with a shout. Sometimes my guidance comes as a gentle feeling. Sometimes my protection arrives as a sense of caution. And now, my beloved, I'm asking you not to dismiss that quiet discomfort simply because it doesn't arrive with fanfare. My child, true wisdom grows over time with practice. It is like learning to sense the subtle shifts, knowing when something is not right long, before it causes pain. You don't need a full breakdown to see that a path is not meant for you. You have indeed grown, my beloved child. You can sense the change in the atmosphere. Feel the true intent behind someone's words before their actions show it. Yet I see you pause asking yourself, what if I am mistaken? And I gently ask you in return, what if you're seeing clearly? What if that deep feeling, that sense of caution is not just simple doubt, but a sacred pause I have placed there for you? You are not the person you were just a few years ago. You have walked through difficult times, faced deep hurts, and these experiences have sharpened your ability to perceive my quiet guidance. Stop pushing ahead just because others say it is time. Stop agreeing to things simply to avoid upsetting someone. Do not silence your inner, knowing to spare others' feelings. I did not call you to live to satisfy others. I called you to guard the peace I have given you. And this peace is not something extra you might hope for. It is a clear sign from me. Turn away from what is harmful and do what is good. Actively seek out peace and follow where it leads. If the path before you stir up deep unease, worry, or confusion, then stop. That difficult feeling is your answer. Do not be so quick to try and fix every situation that you forget I already hold the perfect plan. Do not be so eager to make everyone around you comfortable that you quiet the guidance I have placed within your heart. You were not brought into being to be swayed and controlled by the emotions of others. You were created to carry my very presence, and my presence is always free from heavy burdens or demands. Release yourself from the grip of guilt. Release yourself from worry that pretends to be important action. Release yourself from requests that feel like duties you must fulfill. What comes from me does not arrive in a rush of panic. It arrives in a quiet sense of my nearness. The one who opposes me seeks out those with generous hearts and gentle spirits. He enjoys disguising snares within roles that seem good, like being the one who smooths things over or always assists. But his true aim is to draw you into situations where your boundaries are blurred, your own voice is lost, and your inner strength is slowly drained away. Do you truly believe the full life I intend for you is found in places where you must plead just to be seen? Do you think the path I have set for you is tied to being in settings where your value is only measured by how much you give while remaining unnoticed? No, my cherished one, that is not your truth. That is not the purpose I have for you. And yet, these kinds of traps seldom appear clearly at first. They begin quietly. Perhaps a word of praise that leaves you feeling unsettled. A chance that appeals to an old wound. An offer that sounds good, but asks you to quiet the inner voice I have given you. It begins with a single agreement that doesn't feel right deep inside. And before you realize it, you find yourself caught once more asking how you return to this difficult place. But not this time, my beloved. This time you will pay attention to that quiet inner knowing. This time you'll choose to pause not because you are uncertain, but because you're choosing wisdom. In this instance, you will state, I require time to think, and you will genuinely intend it. You will no longer allow the feeling of pressure to dictate your steps. And when you make that clear statement about your needs, those who genuinely care for you will understand. But those whose true aim was to use you will reveal their real intentions. This is the gift found in the pause. It brings to light what urgency attempts to hide. One who is careful sees potential trouble ahead and takes steps to avoid it. But one who is thoughtless rushes forward without seeing and faces the outcome. Do not walk forward without seeing, my child. You have already endured much difficulty. You have wept in private places questioning your own worth because of how someone treated the goodness within you. But I saw every tear you shed. I heard every silent cry of your heart. And I am not willing for you to enter another place that demands you diminish who you are simply to receive acceptance. A sense of ease is not the same as my peace. Being used to something is not a sign that is right for you. Should your inner self feel troubled or restless, that is sufficient confirmation. The clarity I have given you does not require approval from another source. You already hold the knowing within you. So breathe deeply, my child. Ease your hurried steps, my child. Listen carefully for my personal whisper meant just for you. Don't let urgency rush you past my right moment. Your security rests in pausing. Your clear sight comes in quietness. Your inner power grows in patient waiting. Be still in my presence and wait with steady trust for me. There were times you had to loosen ties with those your heart still clung to. Chapters of your life, closed even as your spirit wished they would remain open. You began again feeling utterly empty, with only your trust in me and hands that shook. And yet, my beloved child, you remain here, standing tall, still breathing, still carrying the light I placed within you. And there is something vital you must understand, something that might surprise your weary heart. Nothing you went through was wasted. Not a single tear you shed, not a solitary night you felt abandoned, not one difficult parting. I was present for every moment, not simply observing your pain, but working with a clear intention. Every instance of deep hurt, every night you wept into your pillow, asking me, why is this happening again?